And for an unmatched budget coverage, we have our reporters in various parts. We have Alan Aoko, who is currently on standby at Treasury Building, where we expect any moment from 2 p.m. the CS will be actually heading to Parliament. We also, as you can see, Abdulaziz Hashim has been keeping tabs with what is happening at Parliament. We expect the budget statement to be read. We also have Achola Simon. As you can see, he's on standby in Kakamega, and also we have our reporters in other parts, including Mombasa. Let's first of all cross over to Parliament. Abdulaziz, over to you.
Well, good afternoon to you indeed, Ben. There in the studios, of course, we are covering our wall-to-wall coverage in terms of this particular 3.67 trillion budget that 2 hours from now we do anticipate the Treasury Cabinet Secretary, that is Professor Njuguna Ndogo, to make his way to Parliament precincts. As you can see behind me, security apparatus have already mounted ample security to usher him into the precincts of Parliament. Of course, we are still waiting for a number of legislators to come to this particular building, given that they had run their session into the evening at 10 p.m. last night. Of course, we do understand also that when it comes to this particular bill, the executive has received the lion's share. We'll be looking into that particular deal. But right now, I want to bring on the Mheshimiwa, the Machakos Town Member of Parliament, that is Mheshimiwa Caleb, to discuss what is happening, of course, to this particular bill when it reaches the floor of the House. The Treasury Cabinet Secretary is expected 2 hours from now to make his way from those streets behind us all the way to Parliament buildings. But first of all, let's speak to Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, thank you for joining us. This is KBC. For joining us this lovely afternoon. First of all, Mheshimiwa, what million Kenyans are watching us right now? What should they expect?
Today, we are expecting the Treasury, the Cabinet, the CS, Njuguna Ndogo, to come and give highlights on the budget for 2023-2024. Yes. So the expectation is much. We have the 5 pillars of the bottom-up transformation agendas, which is agriculture transformation. We have the digital superhighway. We have the housing. We have what else? Yes. There are 5 of them. So the CS, Njuguna Ndogo, now will be coming to highlight on what is it for Kenyans, what is in the budget for Kenyans, and we'll be happy to listen. Yes. What
are the people of Machakos Town saying about this particular bill itself in its entirety?
He's coming to highlight on the budget, yes, but the bill, the finance bill, which we had the second reading yesterday, yes. And it was good. As Machakos people and as Machakos representative, I voted yes, because I wanted to have the developments. Like, for example, we saw the finance bill dealing with the education, okay, where they added some little money on it, so that we can put money on the GSS. Okay. They can put money on housing, okay, and all that. I'll be bringing an amendment, okay, before Tuesday. I'll be bringing an amendment to ring fence, okay, the money that will be collected on housing, so that it can go specifically to housing.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. That is Machakos Town Member of Parliament, Mr. Caleb, of course, addressing us on what amendments he'll be bringing to the floor. You do know it's not over until next week, Ben, when we're expecting the third reading of that particular bill. Once it reaches the floor of the House, of course, we do understand some legislators will be bringing those amendments to the floor. For now, back to you, Ben.
Very well, Abdulaziz, thank you so much for that. He's reporting live from Parliament. Actually, if you can hear me, what is the latest from Kakamega?
Well, thank you very much, Ben Troy Njue. We are coming to you live from Mohomo Village, that is in Lugari constituency, Kakamega County. And of course, we are keeping tabs on exactly what will be happening at Parliament buildings this afternoon. But more importantly, also, we'll be giving views of the common mwananchi right from the village, so that then they can actually feel part and a parcel of exactly what is happening in Parliament's building. And remember, Ben Troy Njue, this is the first budget estimates by this administration, an administration riding on the promise of ensuring that they uplift the very low people in the society, and as such, of course, very many people across the country will be focusing their eyes on the screens.
We do apologize for that hitch as well from Kakamega has been Achola Simon. Will be getting back to Achola and Alan, but let's cross over to the coastal county of Mombasa. Junei has been also sampling some of the responses and some of the sentiments from Kenyans in Mombasa. Junei, over to you.
In Shanzu, and I'm joined by a businessman from the Mkilifi business. Here they're making traditional seats. Just to give you an overview on small-scale business people on their take on today's budget. Wacha tu utaniruhusu niweze kuongea Kiswahili tu. Tueleze jina lako na tueleze na kuona leo umekuwa mjuzi na hii kazi umeifanya miaka mingi. Tuambie tu kwa majina, tupatie tu taswira kamili ya miaka ambayo umekuwa ukifanya na mapato yako pengine katika hii biashara ni yanakaa vipi?
Asante sana. Mimi naitwa Joseph Njiro. Nimefanya hii biashara kwa muda wa miaka kama 10 hivi. Na kulingana na biashara ile nimefanya, mapato ni kidogo. Na vitu viko bei ya juu. Yaani ukienda kununua rangi iko bei ya juu, misumari iko bei ya juu. Kwa hivyo mapato ni kidogo. Hii kazi tunafanya tu kwa sababu hakuna kazi nyingine tunafanya. Hata wateja wanakuja moja. Wanaweza kuja kwa wiki, anaweza kuja kwa wiki mteja moja ama kwa wiki mara 2 mteja moja anunue kitu kimoja. Kwa hivyo mapato ya hii vitu biashara ni kidogo sana. Lakini vitu vikiwa bei imezuka chini na ameteremsha bei, itakuwa tunapata angalau bei kidogo. Kwa hivyo rangi imepanda, misumari imepanda, na ukienda dukani unga imepanda, yani kila kitu kimepanda.
Tueleze tu pengine una wafanyikazi wangapi na mapato yako unayajumlisha vipi ili kuona kwamba pia wafanyikazi wanapata ada yao, na kama kweli vitu vimeweza kupanda itakufinya vipi wewe, na bajeti ikisomwa utasaidikaje? Ungependa usaidikeje kwa sekta gani?
Mimi ningependa
tuanze tu na wafanyikazi wangapi, alafu unagawanya vipi mapato yao?
Mimi sina wafanyikazi. Ni mimi tu nafanya hii biashara kulingana na vile biashara iko, sababu nitaajiri wafanyikazi na nini, na biashara ni kidogo. Sina wafanyikazi. Kwa hivyo kama ni bajeti ikisomwa, ni wajaribu kuteremsha bei ya vitu vizuke bei. Kwa sababu vitu viko juu sana, kama unga, sukari, maziwa iko bei ya juu. Kwa hivyo mimi ningeomba wateremshe bei.
Ada, pengine ukiangalia mapato yako, umeketi hapa, umeangalia kuna biashara nyingi ambazo zinafanyika nyuma yetu tu. Kuna biashara ya tuktuk, tena kuna biashara ya matatu, kuna watu ambao wanapandisha watu kwenye matatu. Ukiangalia baadhi ya vijana ambao wanatafuta kazi, najua mapato yako hayaezi kukimu uweze kuandika vijana, lakini tupe tu taswira tu hapa Shanzu, vipi vijana na masuala ya kazi na hali ya kiuchumi wa kimaisha?
Hapa Zanzibar vijana wanahangaika sana, wengi wanaingia kwa tukutuku, wengi ni kuzurura tu, hawana kazi. Sasa baadhi ya wengi hawana kazi. Kwa hivyo siwezi kusema hata yani Zanzibar kuna wafanyikazi ni wengi, hakuna wafanyikazi, yani wafanyikazi wako wengi lakini hakuna kazi. Hiyo ndio zinda ile iko hapa Zanzibar.
Bajeti ikisomwa, tukimalizia tu, sekta ya elimu inafaa kuongezwa, wanafaa kuongeza pesa ili kuweza kumsaidia mzazi, na hata sekta nzima ya elimu iweze kusaidia. Wewe kama mzazi unaona kwamba serikali ikiongeza pesa hapo utaweza kufaidi kidogo?
Akiongeza pesa upande ya shule itakuwa inafaidi ile mtu ambaye anasomesa, kwa sababu itakuwa sasa akitoa pesa ile anatoa na serikali nayo inamsaidia na pesa kidogo. Kwa hivyo akiongeza pesa upande wa serikali itakuwa ni afadhali.
Natumai hii biashara yako unaifanya na mtoto wako. Tuelezee pia wewe, na tunakumbuka umepata ujuzi kutoka kwa baba yako, hivyo ndio umenielezea umeifanya kwa muda gani, na wewe na kuona ni kijana, baba amesema hakuna kazi. Je, ni kweli?
Ni kweli hakuna kazi. Asante sana. Hii kazi
inaitwa nani kwanza?
Kwa majina naitwa Daniel Jiru. Mimi nimefanya hii kazi kwa zaidi ya mwaka 1.5 sahihi. Ni kweli hakuna kazi, nimesoma mpaka kidato cha 4 na kazi sikupata, nikasema acha nimjoin babangu tuendelee kutafuta pesa hapa Shanzu. Ni kweli kuna challenges katika kupata kazi kwa vijana, lakini sasa nikasema tu acha nimjoin, manake kile kidogo tunapata na shukuru hivyo.
Mapato yenu yamekuaje? Naelewa hamjaongeza bado bei za vitu, manake mimi pia nimekuja nikanunua vitu kutoka kwenu, bado hamjaongeza bei ya vitu vyenu. Munaishije ikiangaliwa kwamba hali ya kiuchumi wa maisha umeweza kupanda?
Katika hali ya kuongeza bei ama vile tunavyouza vitu vyetu hapa, ni kweli hatujaongeza bei, lakini unaenda kuuzia mtu kitu anakuambia vitu ziko juu sasa hata sinunui. Unapata challenge ya kwamba huyo mtu hawezi nunua kitu, lazima tu muuzie ile bei ya kitambo. Hiyo inatupatia changamoto, manake sasa tukienda kwa duka vitu vimepanda bei, hatupati. Kwa hivyo unafanya tu tunachukua ile pesa taleta, tunashukuru.
Tukimalizia, ni kitu kipi ambacho kinaweza kuangaziwa ili kuona kwamba biashara yenu inafanyika na nyinyi kama vijana mnaweza kupata kazi ya mwenyewe, inaitwa self initiative, ili kuona kwamba pia umeweza kujikimu?
Kwanza la kusema mimi kwa rais wetu William Ruto, alisema ya kwanza ya kwamba hii kazi ama uongozi ni wa vijana. Aangazie vijana sana sana katika hii sekta ya hii Hustler Nation. Katika hii Hustler Nation, vijana wakipewa kazi, wakipata kazi, tutainuka. Kama sisi vijana, ni kweli tunateseka. Alituahidi tutapata kazi, hatupati. Sasa ningeomba mimi aangalie vijana sana sana katika vikundi, awape pesa. Vijana wamejoin vikundi, wapatiwe pesa. Alisema ya kwamba vijana watainuka, na ninashukuru sana, anang'ang'ana sana kwa vijana. Hongera kwa rais wetu, aendelee hivyo hivyo, lakini tu atuangalilie uchumi, angalau hii bei ipungue, maana inatufinya.
Asante sana. Hayo ni maoni. Ben Troy, those are just some sentiments of this business. This is the Mkilifi business. If you need household materials, please feel free to promote this business from Mombasa. But we have been sampling the Mombasa residents. They are welcoming. Some of them, they are saying that it is the duty of the leaders to ensure that whatever they are passing in parliament affects the lives of the common mwananchi. We will give you more details on what they are saying in our subsequent bulletins. But for now, Ben Troy, I hand it back to you.
Thank you so much, June Karisa, live from Shanzu, Mombasa. They're engaging some of the artisans in the budget expectations, and some of the things I've talked about is, of course, the youth and also what Kenyans have been lamenting about, the high cost of living. From Shanzu, Mombasa, we now cross over to one of the biggest markets in the region, that is Gikomba Market. We have Nduta Mukami, who has been also keen on ensuring that we know exactly what are some of the expectations from some of the business people in Gikomba. Mukami?
And a very good afternoon to you, Ben, Troy and Drew. We are coming to you live from the Central Business District, where we have been sampling some of the Kenyans' views on the budget that is set to be presented at 3 p.m. And if just to give you a brief overview of what was being talked about in Parliament yesterday, we did have the 176 votes that were given, that came through from members of Parliament who are in support of the finance bill, and we had 81 votes. And here with me, Troy, is a Kenyan who we're going to talk to, and he's just going to be giving us some of his expectations on the upcoming budget. Now, remember, introduce yourself.
I'm called Dan Koluwach.
Look at the camera.
I'm called Dan Koluwach, and I'm a Kenyan.
Talk to us about some of the expectations that you're waiting for.
My expectation about this budget is very low, because according to Kenya now, our main priority is not housing. Our main priorities are cost of living at the moment. So if the government went ahead and had another 8% tax on fuel levy, I don't think that we will manage it as Kenyans. Things are worse at the moment, and once they do that, after the breads, we will not afford the bread. Even the maize flour, unga, Kenyans will not afford that. So things are not good at the moment. And about housing also. At the moment, what I can say, the way they put it, they want to build houses. That one is a good idea at the wrong time. But they want to build houses only to the middle class Kenyans, those who have got pay slip. How about those who don't have a pay slip, those who are not working? They go to Kibera slum or Madare slum, they remove those guys, they build big houses there. Then those who are going to settle, they are middle class, the people with pay slip. So we don't know whether we'll have another slums again. Those who are living there, they will be taken somewhere again so that the government can give another slums again, they start living there. Because if you are not working in this Kenya, government is not talking about us. Government does not care about us. Because we are not working, we don't have pay slip. So this idea, it is a good idea at the wrong time, but the government is not ready for this. If William wants to collect money to stabilize this economy, we know we are in debt at the moment. He just come out clear and tell us that we want tax this money so that we can stabilize our business or our government. Also as Kenyans, we know we are in a problem as a country. And we don't want our country to be taken to red now that we have failed to pay our debt. We are not ready for that. So he can just come out clear and tell Kenyans it is this way and this way. But if you only care about the middle class, the people with the pay slip, it is okay with him. But we as Kenyans, we are not happy with this bill or with this budget. It is a huge budget that we cannot sustain at the moment. And also, what it is bad, William tells us always that in Kenya we don't have money, the life is tough. But he keep on employing people every day. Even the cars, over 50-something cars. The former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, he employ only something to do with the 23 cars. But with Ruto there is no money, and he keep on employing people every day. Appointment every day. He keep on traveling with over 100 delegates. The last time people, I think they went to Middle East somewhere. As big as China, 1.3 billion population. Only representatives from China, there were only 4 representatives from China. And from Kenya, there were over 100 people. So we are wasting a lot that we cannot trust William with our money. That is the problem we have. We have problem, but we have no trust with our president. Because we don't know, even if we contribute today, if that money will be used correctly. So if we could be listening for Boda, Mama Mboga, he could not add something on fuel. He could not talk about housing levy now. He could not talk about the, we call it content creators, 5%. Because those are the things now that at least people can get something from them. Today, value of our 1,000 shillings, it is 550 if you go to supermarket. It has gone down, which means if I have 10,000 in my account, if I wake up tomorrow, it will be 7,000. So life is hard, and I don't know the kind of advice our president now that is misleading him to go this far. But also as Kenyans, what I'm repeating again.
Mukambi is not in Gikombo, but at the Nairobi CBD, they are sampling some sentiments from one of the Kenyans there, saying that indeed they are quite expectant of the budget, but have low expectations on that. Of course, we will be having a candid conversation on the budget and even crunch the numbers